What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman here for Stokastic.com, back again with the NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Wednesday, May 3rd. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live, and follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. But the biggie, sign up for the lineup generator. It's not just for basketball, by the way, guys. We also have it for PGA. It'll exist for the NFL when that's around, and baseball's coming very, very soon. Now, let's talk a little bit here, because the lineup generator is less than $5 for your first week. That's why you should do this. We create thousands and thousands of lineups. We get rid of the ones that are junk. We present the rest to you. Click save if you like it. Click discard. Another one pops right up. It's like swiping through girls on Tinder. Allegedly. Never used it. True story. Never used it. Met my wife before that happened. Anyway. Chalky builds. Contrarian builds. Balance builds. You could lock players, swap players. You could export up to 20 via CSV. If you're interested in getting better at DFS, this is the first place you should start. Less than $5. Now, we're rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with Al Horford, Marcus Smart, Derek White, Robert Williams, and Paul Reed on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It is time to find out. In first at number 5, we've got Tyrese Maxey, point guard, shooting guard eligible, 7,800, projected for 37. You're going to be in the optimal if you get 45 out of Maxey. 12% of the time he's your optimal captain, 40% of the time at utility. That gets him up to about 52, 51, depending on what we're rounding with. 38 minutes here for Maxey. They don't have much of a choice with no Embiid. Not 0.95 fantasy points per minute, 24 points on 26% usage, 4 boards, 3.5 assists, and a steal. You're hoping for a big day out of Maxey and try to lessen the load a little bit off of what we got from James Harden in game 1. It's a hard matchup for Maxey. A lot of resistance to meet at the rim. Multiple different guard defenders that can just sort of make his life less fun. And plus, you know, the long-armed wings of Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. It's a really tricky matchup for Maxey. That was a really tough sentence to say. But that said, no matter how tough I think it is, he's still one of the 5 best plays you can get to. At number 4, we're going Toby. Tobias Harris, 7,200, projected for 35. You're only looking for about 42 here. Captain, 11% of the time. Utility, 43% of the time. Played massive minutes in game 1. More than I was expecting, honestly, and I probably underrepresented him then. That's not happening today. 38 minutes, 0.9 fantasy points per minute with no Embiid. He's just got a little bit more freedom to be the Tobias Harris that he wants to be. I don't know if that's good for long-term future of Philly, but for right now, they don't have much of a choice. 17 points, 8 boards, 3 assists, a stock and a half for Harris. His role is just simply different when Joel Embiid can't be around. They've got one in their back pocket now from a wins perspective. I see no reason why Tobias Harris won't want to go at it again. 38 minutes plus here for Harris, because if this is competitive, you can get to 40 or 41 if you need to. I think the Philadelphia 76ers will do anything they can possibly do to get up to 2-0. Now we go to Boston at number 3 for Jaylen Brown, and you can see we just switched tiers big time. He is in the optimal lineup. Nice. 69% of the time. 9K for Brown. 45 is the projection. You're hoping for about 50. 20% of the time he's the captain. 49% at utility. The 3 guys at the top, 1, 2, 3, are on a completely different tier. And you know who they're going to be. Completely different tier than everybody else. 15% more for Jaylen Brown than it is for Tobias Harris. 39 minutes, 1.15 fantasy points per minute, 27 points, 7 boards, 3.5 assists, and a stock and a half. Massive usage, massive minutes. You got to get... The most likely scenario today is you're going to need 2 out of my top 3. And on the days where you need the top 3, boy, oh boy, do you need to find some value somewhere. And at number 2, we've got the hero of game 1, James Harden, 10,200, projected for 52, looking for about 56. Optimal captain, 24% of the time. Optimal at utility, 50% of the time. That gets him in the optimal in general, around 73. That's just slightly ahead of Jaylen Brown. You know what we got out of James Harden in game 1. Massive, massive, efficient scoring. 1.3 fantasy points per minute, 40 minutes for Harden, 24 points, 11 assists, and 7 boards. He can get to a triple-double. That will be a crazy Harden day, but he's going to need to score and score in bunches to keep up with Boston, because defense might struggle a little bit today. You still get a stock and a half out of Harden too. I don't mind the price tag whatsoever. I love these top 3 guys. When you're going to be in the optimal lineup basically 3/4 of the time, it's hard to not say it's hard to say anything negative. Like, clearly you know what you need out of Harden. James Harden looks almost as good as the lineup generator does. $4.48 for your first week. That's 50% off. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description. Jason Tatum edges out James Harden for the #1 spot, 11,400, projected for 54.5. The goal is 58.5. He is your optimal captain 16% of the time and optimal at utility 57% of the time. These guys are neck and neck. And honestly, all 3 guys at the top, very, very tightly packed. 40 minutes for Tatum, 1.35 fantasy points per minute, 31, 9, 4.5, 2 stocks. It's hard to say anything here. Tatum, you need one of Tatum or Brown today. It's going to be very difficult for Boston to be in this game if one of them isn't in the optimal lineup. So you're getting one of those guys. You're going to want another one of them or Harden. Balancing those top 3 guys will be the key to winning money tonight. However, for right now, the best one of the bunch is Jason Tatum. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Wednesday, May 3rd. FanDuel version is around here somewhere, so check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win some money. We're back again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders.